everyone, welcome to your second royal reading today, a Wednesday here at MadWorldTarot, and I have the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot on the tarot table, shiny, you've got the light on, and it's just standard Rider-Waite tarot, but a bit of a sort of dark colour grading to it. And I'm looking today in this reading at Cornet Wails, as he was called when he was serving in the military, and I'm calling it Cornet Wails, W-A-I-L-S, in this particular story because the Daily Mail has dredged up Hero Harry's past as they describe his perilous tour of Afghanistan. I think there were 2 tours, if I'm not mistaken. And clearly this is a plant in the Daily Mail from Harry's camp. He's got his PR person in the UK, Liam Maguire, famously spotted meeting Meredith Maines at that London club a few weeks ago. And this is Hero Harry is back. We're being reminded of Hero Harry. And this article, this Nothing Burger article, is telling us nothing that we don't already know. It's all drawn from a book written by Katie Nichols, who's a known Harry and Meghan mouthpiece, and a book she wrote in 2011, the Making of a Royal Romance, actually about William and Catherine, but she does in passing sort of mention Hero Harry and the whole Afghanistan thing. And the choice excerpts that we need to know about is Cornet Wails loved the simplicity of the army life. Of course, rumour has it that he spent most of the time in a bunker surrounded by Gurkhas playing video games. That's the rumour. And then it goes on to say his easy nature and sense of humour quickly won him the friendship and trust of his comrades. Doesn't that just make you want to be sick? So we've been reminded of all of that. Obviously, Harry trying to recover his reputation, in my opinion, let's just say allegedly rather than obviously. It goes on to remind us that it was the Australian magazine New Idea or No Idea that ratted him out, revealed his location, and he had to be whisked out of harm's way. And as he went back to the UK, he was warned that he was now a target for terrorists. So I think it's not the most subtle piece that was ever written by a Daily Mail journalist. I think we all get the gist. But there was a rumour, and it's a long ongoing rumour, that the real reason New Idea was told that they could reveal Harry's whereabouts was because he had a violent argument, or a very bad argument, with Chelsea Davy on the phone, and wanted to go back to the UK because of it. That is the rumour. I'm going to look at this story now. I'm going to look first at Harry and how he loved the simplicity of it. So how fun was it for him at Camp Bastion, where, as far as I recall, he was protected by Gurkhas, and American, I think, Marines did actually die because there was an attack on Camp Bastion while he was there, because he was there. And what peril was he in, if any, while he was there? And his comrades, what did they think of Cornet Wails, and what peril were they in thanks to his presence there? And then we're going to ask about the revealing of his location, just generally, and then did it have anything to do with a fight with Chelsea Davy, as the rumour says. And as we know, this is just tarot, and it is for fun and entertainment, and it is all speculation in all my opinion, and we just read the energy of rumours here. There is a big fat disclaimer in the box below. Interesting that I've seen the Tower and the Four of Swords. And then our little outcome, I need to refresh myself. How many? Okay. we need to know why, just checking why this needs to be told now, reminded, and is it going to have any effect on his reputation? That Four of Swords that popped out in reverse, his ruined reputation. Is it going to rehabilitate him in the eyes of, I assume, the British public, although the whole world seems to read the Daily Mail now as its main source of information, which is quite scary. There was a time when I was embarrassed to tell people that I read the Daily Mail, but only because of these royal readings. Now, when I say to people, oh, I read the Daily Mail, they say, oh, so do we. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Reading's finished. We can all go home now. Two of Cups in reverse as our underlying energy. Breakup card. There they are. The not so happy couple. Harry, of course, according to rumour, no, not according to rumour, according to known facts, treated her abysmally, was often spotted out and about at places of entertainment with other women, and not the best boyfriend, shall we just say. And he, of course, likes to believe that it's the British press's fault that she ditched him, but no, it wasn't. It is entirely his fault, in my opinion. Two of Cups in reverse, breakup card, underlying energies, all about the breakup. That's, in my opinion, this is not a falling out of a has-been and someone at Camp Bastion or the British Army or whatever military. No. Although who knows what was going on at Camp Bastion that they were having a fight about on the phone. Oh, the Five of Cups is the card of regret and heartache. Now, this article in the Daily Mail tells us the great woe that it was for Has-Been, that he had to leave his comrades behind in that perilous circumstance and go back to Blighty. And famously, we are told that it was the return trip that made him aware of people who had been very severely injured in armed conflict, because he flew home with such people, wounded veterans, that it had never dawned on him before that possibly, you were at risk of life and limb. But anyway, so it's amazing how the royal family has spun this whole thing, isn't it? It makes me quite cross. Anyway, Five of Cups, that's our situation, our heart of the thing. So we have a tale of woe here, but it's a romantic tale of woe, not so much a military tale of woe, in my opinion. How fun was it for the Has-Been there? He loved the simplicity of the army life at Camp Bastion. Was it great fun? Not really. Not really. That's Bunker Harry. If ever there was a card that's Bunker Harry, well, the Nine of Wands would have been even more of a visual record of his time at Camp Bastion. But this is somebody who, for whatever reason, felt he was under siege with that Seven of Wands. And yes, they were, of course. But, defensive position. It doesn't tell me that he was out, in the front lines doing his thing. It tells me that he was well to the rear, shall we just say. A heavily protected, a heavily defended position. Tess is trying to lure me outside to play. With all kinds of people around him guarding him and whatevering him. Not happy energy, I have to say. Not happy energy at all. But very protected. Very. So was he at risk? In peril? What degree of peril? I'm sure he was in peril. What degree? We get a heartache card here. The Three of Swords, the broken heart. Oh dear. It's telling me very loudly that this is a personal story. This is not a military story. That Three of Swords. He might have been sad for things that happened to people around him. Let's give him that. Let's credit him with that much decency. So sad that someone died defending me. But Three of Swords is a much more broken heart card, and wanting to recover from broken heart after a breakup and regret over something. Let's move on to his comrades that apparently loved him so much. How did they feel about the Has-Been? Really? I got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting card. Because the Nine of Pentacles is someone who's very independent, very free. a very wealthy person. Privileged life, only the best for that person, only the best. There's something about having him there that wound him up the wrong way. Maybe too many privileges. The fact that it's in the reverse is where I'm getting this wound them up, rubbed them the wrong way. Spoiled, pampered, privileged. It's coming through like that for me. Just an energy reading, just my opinion, of course, as ever. But it clipped their wings as well, because it's the independent card. You can do what you like when you're in Nine of Pentacles. You've earned the right to do what you like. You can afford to do what you like. It's in reverse. Something about him made them feel that they weren't free to do what they liked. They had to be almost subservient to him at some level, but also had their wings clipped because he was around. And I don't like that energy. It gives me the idea that he threw his, not rank, because he didn't have rank, he threw his status around as a royal. That's what's coming through for me. How much did his presence endanger them? I've asked what peril he was in while he was in Afghanistan. What about them? And I got the Page of Wands, news. The news of it was what was dangerous for them. The fact that it was known that he was there was what made it dangerous for them. That it was being used as PR even made it dangerous for them. So let's move on. And let's move on to the leaving, to the revealing of his presence and his location and why and how. Just generally what was going on with that. I just generally would like to know, we have the Magician in reverse. The Trickster has shown up in this reading. Major Arcana, spin and trickery and sleight of hand. Using everything that's at your disposal to create a story. Isn't that interesting that that should show up there? When I see the Magician, even upright, I know not to believe the evidence of my own eyes. And it's in reverse. I really don't believe whatever I'm being told. And how about Chelsea Davies' theory? We've already got the Two of Cups in reverse and the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups on this tarot table. What about that rumor? Any other confirmation? I think I've already got confirmation, but let's ask, what else does universe want us to know through the medium of tarot? This is the Try Again card. Four of Cups upright is rejection, indifference, apathy. It tells me, and this is my personal opinion, my own speculation, my own theory about what might possibly have happened, that there was some kind of fallout, that the fallout might have been because he wasn't committed enough. Four of Cups. He was too apathetic. He was not checking in enough. He was just not convincing enough as a partner, and needed an opportunity to prove himself. When the Four of Cups is in reverse, I read it in a very simplified way to make these readings as clear as possible, these royal readings. I read it as meaning, give me another chance, give me a do-over, I'll try harder, I'll be more engaged, I'll be more interested, I'll be more committed, I'll be more enthusiastic, more devoted, I'll send you flowers, I'll write you notes, except you can't write. That's a bit harsh, maybe. But that's the energy that's coming through for me as an energy reader. So, why are we hearing about all of this again now? And, I think we all know why, but, there's the has-been. Oh, there's the has-been. Oh, Goodness me, this is such a loud answer. That's literally him, Hermit, as I always say, Major Arcana Virgo. That's him. Him. He wants to come home. He wants back into the fold. The Hermit isolates himself when he's upright. He retreats. He withdraws from whatever. Goes off on his own when the card is in reverse. Very simply put. And this is very simple energy in this reading. There's nothing puzzling about this. Let me just say, as an energy reader, in my opinion, it's all pretty obvious. And the obvious thing about the Hermit in reverse is that the Hermit wants to end his isolation and come back in to the fold. So hence this ridiculous piece of, I won't call it journalism, pap in the Daily Mail. Is it going to have any effect on anyone? Just asking for a friend. No. Quite literally no. Ace in reverse, no. And I'm going to laugh because the Ace of Pentacles is there. You can see the road is very clear. It's very, it's paved with gold, that road. It's a very certain future. It's a long-term plan. It's going to be very well provided. And everything wonderful is going to happen with that Ace of Pentacles when it's upright. You're sure of your future. You're safe. You're going to earn lots of money. Everyone's going to love you. In reverse. No, door slam. That door is closed. There is no way back on this earth. Has been complete on and on about how he did 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That is your reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.